Welcome back to another interesting tutorial. Today we are going to be making this beautiful Bubu dress with a cold shoulder arm opening you see on the screen, and it's very easy to make. So I have on the table a silk fabric which is 2 yards and a quarter, and I will be illustrating with a paper how I folded the Bubu. So this is my paper. So let's assume this is the 2 yards and a quarter fabric. So I folded it in the yardage, this is the yardage, like this. As you can see, I folded it in half, and then I folded it again on the lengthwise like this. So this side is opening and this side is closed, and this side is going to be the shoulder and this is going to be the length of the Bubu dress. So I'll be marking 4.5 inches neck width like this, and I'll come down because it's a V-neck. I folded both front and the back together. So both the front and the back is going to have the same neckline, and the neck depth, I'm marking 7.5 inches for the neck depth. So for the sleeve, I'm taking the whole fabric. Let's say this is the fabric. I'm taking the whole fabric, which is 23 inches here, and I'll come down 1.5 inch for the shoulder slope. So you see, then I'll connect from the 4.5 inches of the neck width to the 1.5 inch for the shoulder slope. Then I'll connect the neckline. Okay, so I'm using my curved ruler like this to connect the neckline, the V neckline, like so. Hope you can see that. To get the band on the neckline, you can see there's a band there which holds the opening shoulder. I'll mark 2 inches for that. I needed 1.5 inch to fold in, so 2 inches, and I'll mark the 2 inches all the way down like so. And I'll connect again with my ruler. So this is it. So I'm going to take the measurement straight to the fabric. So on the fabric, I mark 4.5 inches for the neck width, and then 7.5 inches for the neck depth for both the front and the back, and I connect it with my curved ruler. So this is it. So I mark 2 inches for the band you see on the neckline that holding the shoulder together. I mark 2 inches all the way down. I'll connect with my ruler. So I'm taking 1.5 inch for the shoulder slope, and I'll connect from the 4.5 inch neck width all the way to the 1.5 inch shoulder slope. Then I'll mark 10.5 inches for the sleeve opening. Then I'll make a notch there. So the next thing is to mark the cold shoulder. So on this line, on this band here, because this is the neckline, the 4.5 inches is the neckline, and then the band that holds the shoulder together is this 2 inches. So what I'm going to do now, I'll come down from this shoulder line, I'll come down by 2.5 inches for the cold shoulder. 2.5 inches. You can go down more if you want, 3 inches, 3.5. So I come down 2.5 inches here, and then on this shoulder slope I'm going to take 9 inches. And I'm going to connect from this 9 inches to the 2.5 inches here. This is all for neckline, the cold shoulder, the shoulder slope, then the arm opening. So now I'll cut the neckline out, cut the band, and then cut the shoulder arm opening. So the next thing to do is to cut the band out. So this is the band, we'll need it to cut the other pieces. So the next thing to do is to cut the shoulder opening. So this is it. So that you can see it the other side well. Hope you can see it. You see everything now? So guys, this is how I look. So the next thing to do is to show you how I'm going to stitch the shoulder side. I'm going to stitch this side like this. Then I come to this side and do the same thing here and stitch it down. So I'll stitch this side, you see, of the shoulder side, you see. But the cold shoulder will be opening, and then I'll go ahead and fold the sleeve opening, and then after folding I'll stitch it all the way down to the hemline on both sides. And I'll come and show you how to cut the band for the neck. I'm done stitching the shoulder, and then the sleeve opening, you can see I hem it and I shape the sides all the way to the hemline, and I did the same to this part. So this cold shoulder part, I cut bias from the same fabric to seal the edges here of the cold shoulder part. I'll stitch it and then I'll do the same to this side. So next is to cut the neckline. So before, you see, we cut this band out of the neckline. So what I'm going to do now is to cut and add the sewing allowance, and I'm going to cut 4 pieces, 2 for the front, 2 for the back. Hope you understand. We are going to cut the neckline with this band and attach it to the neckline. So I folded this fabric, the leftover fabric, and I'm going to place the neckline on it, and I'm going to pin it, not to be moving, pin it down. So I'll measure it to make sure that it's 4.5 inches. It's 4.5 inches here. And I'm going to add 1/2 inch all round from the shoulder parts, and then the side 1/2 inch. Then here I'll just add 1/4 inch for the sewing allowance. So guys, this is it, and I'll cut it out. So this is it, 2 for each side. I'm going to stitch the neckline like this. I'm going to stitch the neckline like this, and I'll do the same thing to the second part. So that is 2 pieces for the front, 2 pieces for the back. So I'll go and stitch and then lock the sleeve opening. Then I'll come back to show you the next thing to do. So now that I'm done with the coat shoulder part, You see the part here, I stitch it. I pin it for you to see how it look. This is the coat shoulder part. I stitched this part and I went ahead and stitched also this part. You can see. So the next thing to do is to fix the band on the neckline. So I've gone ahead and stitched the band. So this is one. So I went and ironed the edges because the neckline is going to go in like this. I have this and I have the second one. So this is the second one. So what I'm going to do is to place the two together, stitch on the shoulder part like this. I'll go and stitch the shoulder part with 1/2 inch. And I'll do the same to this side. It's how you join your facing to your dress. You do the same thing here. So this is it. I'm going to sew the shoulders, and after sewing the shoulders, after stitching it, it will look something like this, and then I'll place it inside like this. I'll place the neckline inside. It will be in between the band like this. You can see that. And I'll do the same thing to this part. So I'll go and sew it and come and show you how it looks. So darlings, this is the outcome of our dress. Isn't it beautiful? Just look. See the coat shoulder? So I will try it on myself for you guys to see. So we have come to the end of today's video. If you find this video interesting, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, and also share my video, leave comments down the comment section below, and don't miss out on my next video. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so by hitting on the subscribe button, and also turn on your bell notification to be the first to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye.